Hello, my name is Kanyesche Edna and I'm a Programs Officer at Faraja Africa Foundation. I head the Climate, Heritage and Environmental Conservation Program. We have the Africa World Heritage Volunteers Program, from which the project this year, Corridors of Culture, was attained. It is a program that empowers young people with skills to take care of heritage sites around us, which are at the verge of extinction, to prevent it from happening, so that they can utilize these heritage sites as a source of income. This year, a group of 30 young people from different cultures and different countries came together to meet at one of the World Heritage Sites called Rwenzori Mountains National Park, where we had a 10-day camp.
So Kelvin Kalok is my name. Today is the second day in the camp, and I'm here with Hilary, who is enjoying some breakfasts, and Mr. Chesa here, who has been brought breakfast also. So, yeah. And being the second day, it was a long journey to come here, but we enjoyed it. We are setting the camp now, and everybody is going to be happy for the full entire time here.
This is day 2, our second night here in Rwenzori Ranges for the camp. The weather is cold, but it's not killing our spirits. We're looking forward to what the other days have in store. The participants are currently enjoying the camp.
How many times do you see a photographer in front of a camera? Well,
the tents are right behind me, the setup of the tents, and we are going to have our second night and looking forward to the other activities that we have planned. Yes, come with us.
Hi, my name is Stephen Chesa. I work with Kenya Forest Service. We are here, Rwenzori Mountains World Heritage Program. We arrived here yesterday. We have started our day by pitching camps. Our main purpose here is actually, among other activities, we shall be interacting with the community on levels of heritage, appreciating with the customs of the communities around and the activities they are in, and also looking at the environmental conservation factors. After teaching camps, the team moved to sort out logistical arrangements for the period we shall be here.
Africa's culture and natural heritage is not only distinctive, but also serves as a vital combination of knowledge, identity, and history for the younger generation. Compounding these issues, many young people perceive heritage conservation as being in conflict with development goals.
We are from a nature walk around Mount Rwenzori. We moved up to almost to the starting point that heads to Margarita. That's the highest peak of Mount Rwenzori. It was really a good experience with our team, and we were able to have an experience on some of the tree species within here, one like mahogany and many others that have been here for quite a long years. And the people of the community are trying to conserve it for the future generation to come. And we've learned a lot. We've learned that in this Rwenzori mountain area, there are forests. There are some like 2 forests within here, and there are 3 mountains also within here. And Mount Rwenzori is not just Mount Rwenzori. It's called Mount Rwenzori, Mountain Rwenzori, because of different ranges that are covering within here, over 1,000 of them. And right behind us here, it's a river flowing from the top of Mount Rwenzori called River Mubuku that move up to pours its water in Lake Albert within Kasese here. So a lot of activities are being carried here, and we are also able to have some of the animal species like the monkeys around. We saw them around, and yeah, it was a great experience.
Crossroads of Culture project seeks to build climate resilience around Mount Rwenzori, promotes preservation of natural and cultural heritage in the region. It also aims to raise awareness about the impacts of climate change on these heritage sites and empower communities to become proactive stewards of their heritage.
No longer access because of the melting of the glacier. The glacier is a big area, but when it melts, you get some holes, very deep. 10 meters. It's a serious effect.
In one of these trainings, the young people were trained in social entrepreneurship, where they are able to use sustainably these heritage sites or resources from these heritage sites to start sustainable businesses that also have a social impact. So some of the activities we had was training these youth, equipping them with skills in heritage conservation, digital literacy, and social entrepreneurship. The goal of this project was to preserve, promote, and sustain African culture and natural heritage sites through the integration of digital technologies, empowering young people and fostering social cohesion and peace. Basically to teach them how to appreciate, first of all, their culture, to appreciate their heritage sites, to appreciate what forms the African child, you know. Participants also engaged in cleanup activities focusing on removing plastics and non-degradable waste, along with tree planting and maintaining trails.
We are right now on a program under UNESCO in Kasese town. Our activity program today is about environmental orderliness, and we are cleaning the town, joined by WUA and other groups. So it's among major activity to make our environment clean, and we are towards the end. We shall have made an impact.
These efforts will directly contribute to environmental sustainability, improve site preservation, and create a cleaner, more attractive environment for visitors and local wildlife. This activity was supervised by Uganda Wildlife Authority, site managers, local leaders ahead of the International Tourism Day.
Sorry, Edison is me. I'm an assistant wildlife enforcement from Rwenzori Mountain National Park, Queen Conservation Area. We are here in Kasese town doing some cleanliness as we pursue the World Tourism Day. We have a variety of groups who are participating with us. We have a team from the World Heritage Site and WUA, from the churches, from the schools and other institutions who are participating in this arrangement. We are doing the cleanup of the town to make sure that our town is very clean. Not next to the town, but also the environment of the area is very clean.
The participants also engaged in a climate education workshop where they joined 5 selected secondary schools in Kasese district alongside a Bakonzo community leader and experts from Uganda National Commission from UNESCO at Bright Academy, where the focus was knowledge exchange, especially around indigenous Bakonzo people's perspective on Mount Rwenzori and its climate challenges.
I am the Climate Action Ambassador in Kasese.
And lastly, the participants participated in a heritage and conservation hiking, which was a tiresome experience for most of them, but it was a youth volunteer-led hike around the Rwenzori Mountains to highlight the region's ecological and cultural importance. It also served as a platform to advocate for urgent need for conservation measures around Mount Rwenzori and its surrounding areas.
We vegetarians, muinue mikono.
Vegetarians, carry up your hands.
Hello there everyone, my name is Victoria Elema Kanano. I'm from Kenya, working under KVSO team, that is Kenya Voluntary Service Organization, and we got a chance to join the Faraja team at Rwenzori Mountains, where we had a very wonderful session with the community, had tree planting sessions, had training sessions on various topics like social entrepreneurship and climate change. And throughout the 10 days, I've learned a lot of things, especially when it comes to how we can incorporate culture and environment, and how we can work to make sure that there's food security in our regions, and looking at how Rwenzori is fertile, looking at how the people work, engaging with the community was one of the most exciting things for me. Yeah? And my takeaway was when I got to meet some of the people from the place, and they told me about how the place was like 10 years ago or 20 years ago, and how different it is right now due to climate change. We can look at the river Nyamwamba there that keeps on bursting every now and then, but with the help of the various organizations, with the help of tree planting and all that, and planting the trees along the riverbanks has really been something that has impacted the community, and it helps also to prevent most of the water from flowing back to the community. So I think that coming all the way from Kenya to Uganda was worthwhile, and having the exchange programs, the exchange of insights and views, and networking with the people, even the UNATCOM team, was one of the greatest opportunities we could ever get as volunteers, and we really enjoyed the session. Thank you.
Yeah, so my name is Kelvin Kaloki. I'm from Kenya Voluntary Service. I'm a volunteer with the KVSO, and I came with a team of Kenyan in partnership with Faraja. But as the team of KVSO volunteers, we had an amazing experience. We enjoyed. We did a hike yesterday, but the cameraman did not reach there. But he was good. Unfortunately, we left him the ladies. But the good thing, KVSO members, we enjoyed the experience. We enjoyed Rwenzori, and we captured all the moments we can capture. And KVSO, UNESCO, be blessed.
My name is Rita Githi from Kenya. I volunteer at Kenya Voluntary Service Organization in their communications department. I am, well, breathtaking is really an understatement. I'm so excited to be part of this project. We have actually had a lot to learn in the time that we've been here at the Rwenzori Mountains, especially from the Bakonjo community, they are a people who are deeply rooted in their culture. Their culture is rooted in their very being, which is something very impressive to see in this day and age. We have also had a lot to learn from the Faraja Africa Foundation. We have had time to compare notes between the people who work there and our organization. We've had a lot to learn about social entrepreneurship, about how much social entrepreneurship is really essentially about creating a social impact.
My name is Stephen Chesa. I come from Kenya, works with the Kenya Forest Service, here on the invitation of UNESCO to mark the International Day of Water. We have been here for the last 1 week. We have had a series of activities appreciating with cultural and environmental factors. Among the areas we have visited is the Mukirigijo youths. These are orphans and they have talents in making music, which can enable them, through them, they get some tokens and add on to their livelihoods. We have also visited the Bright Academy, where there was a youth forum, and we had a lot of experiences on matters of culture and environmental conservation or other climate change aspects. We went also to Mukiringiji, to the hot spring, where we appreciated with the Bakonjo culture and actually saw how they do their dance. There is the water that also they say it is a blessing, and once washed, some sins are, you get out of that place a clean person. With that, we saw also a lot of cultural artifacts, like the hat I'm wearing is an art of the Bakonjo. They make us a lot of artifacts, and which adds value to their income. Yesterday we visited Nyangonge Environment Community Initiative, where we engaged with them tree growing and also saw the activities they have towards enhancing or improving our environment to mitigate the climate change aspects. Right now, among other activities, right now we want to go for the main celebration of marking the International Day of Water at Kasese. We are now closing camp, and from here we shall proceed to other programs. Thank you.
We'd like to thank our partners who partnered with us to make this possible in order to preserve and promote African heritage among youth, believing that African identity is deeply connected to our heritage. The Uganda National Commission for UNESCO, our international partners like the Kenya Voluntary Service Organization and the Kenya Forest Services. Would also like to thank Kabarore Research and Resource Center, KRC, and UNESCO and most importantly, we'd like to thank the Uganda Wildlife Authority who provided to us generous support in offering strategic and technical support for activities related to wildlife and conservation around Rwenzori,